Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Google Antigravity without hitting rate limits. So if you are using Google Antigravity and suddenly it stops, slows down, or tells you that you have reached your limit, do not worry. This usually happens when you ask the tool to do too much at once. In this video, I will show you simple ways to use it more wisely so you can work for longer without wasting your usage. The first thing you need to understand is this. Google Antigravity gives you a usage limit. That means you cannot use it non-stop forever. Every time you ask it to do something, it uses a part of your limit. If you ask for a small task, it may use less, but if you ask for a very big task, it can use more. So the goal is not to trick the system. The goal is to use your limit in a smart way. Step 1. Start with a clear plan before asking Antigravity to work. Before you type anything, stop for a few seconds and think about what you actually want. Do not just say, "Build this whole project for me." That is too big. Instead, write down the main thing you need first. For example, you can say, "Help me create the homepage first," or "Help me fix the login page first." This makes the request smaller and easier for Antigravity to handle. When your request is clear, the tool does not need to guess too much. This helps save your usage because it gives you a better answer faster. So before every big task, break it into small parts. Start with one page, one feature, or one problem at a time. Step 2. Do not ask it to rebuild everything again and again. A big mistake people make is asking Antigravity to redo the full project every time something small changes. For example, if you only want to change a button, do not ask it to review and rebuild the whole website. Just tell it exactly what needs to change. You can say, "Only change the button text," or "Only fix this section." This is much better than saying, "Check everything and improve it." When you ask it to check everything, it may spend more of your limit because it has to look at more files and more details. Keep your request focused. Step 3. Use short follow-up messages. After Antigravity gives you an answer, do not start a brand new request if you are still working on the same thing. Use a short follow-up instead. For example, you can say, "Make this simpler. Now add a save button," or "Only fix the error on this page." This helps because the tool already understands what you are working on. You are not making it start from zero again. The more you restart the same task, the more usage you may waste. So keep the same work in one flow and only move to a new task when you are really done. That's how you can use Google Antigravity for longer without hitting rate limits too quickly. I hope this helped you out, and I see you in the next one.